Hey friends, I hope you're doing well. It is a Friday, April 25th, and I wanted to jump on and do I guess, kind of an initial thoughts or initial review of this new journaling Bible that I picked up. Thank you, Ms. Marley, for asking for a flip through and a review. So I just recently got this. It is the New American Standard 1995 text, Journal the Word, and this is from Zondervan. So in the back, it kind of just tells you a little bit about this particular journaling Bible. It is the full 1995 text, side column cross-reference system, lined wide margins for note-taking, personal reflections, thick white paper. I want to say it might be like 40 GSM. Single column Bible text in a two-color design. I'll kind of show that to you. Words of Christ in red, lies flat, so it's my sewn. Two satin ribbon markers. The NASB Zondervan Comfort print typeface, print size 8.5. So this is the leather soft over board, so it's a hardcover. So let me just grab that, and as I drop things. So I really like this. It's just really, really sharp. The stitching, all of the gold stitching is very pretty. Let me just kind of back this up a little bit. So this is the front, and on the side you'll see it has the DeBoss NASB Journal the Word Reference Bible, and then down here it'll have NASB and Zondervan, and then this is the back. It's kind of that rich, almost like a reddish brown, dark reddish brown in the back, and then this is just a little bit lighter tone. Let me just move a couple things. I'm going to show you this stuff in a minute here, but so what I did was I did start an initial just quick setup where I took the Bible marking color code, and I got this online from the AlyssaNalani.com. If you've never watched her YouTube channel or gone to her website, I highly recommend it. This is basically the topics and themes that I wanted to color coordinate. So I went ahead and I printed it. I put it on some double-sided scrapbook paper and laminated it, and I just tipped it in to the cover of my Bible so that when I am working on my study, and regardless of where I'm at in the Bible, all my color coding, like little cheat sheet, will be right here for me. This is not a new concept. It's, you know, people do this all the time with their color coding. So in the front, this was like a little nameplate they put in here. I didn't really care for it, so I just put a sticker over it. So you'll notice that this particular Bible, it is a two color. It's actually a three color, honestly, because you'll notice that this is like a crimson, like a very deep red, all of the titles for each of the sections here, and it's that way throughout. And here they have the explanation of the general format. Here they have some common abbreviations, special markings, and then it goes into Genesis. So you'll notice it is a reference Bible, so it doesn't have commentary in the bottom, but being a reference Bible, it really can be a study Bible all on its own. I like verse by verse instead of paragraph style, so I like every verse to start with its own line. So you'll notice that that's the way this is, and the crimson is always like the section title is in the dark red, and then the chapter number also, and that is throughout the entire Bible. If you look at the New Testament, we have like they say, Christ's words in red, but it is a different color red. It is a lighter red, but still very readable. It's not faint, it's not pale, it's very easy to read. 8.5 font. I would not want to go any smaller than this, but it's excellent, excellent size. And you do have a very nice 2-inch section here on the side for taking notes and so forth. What I have done is it was a toss-up between this Bible and the interleaved Bible, but they don't make an interleaved in an NASB. And the New King James in the interleaved is paragraph style, and I don't know if the words of Christ were in red or not, but it was a paragraph style, which I am not a fan of. So I did not want to go with the ESV. It's just I already have some ESV Bibles. I wanted something completely different. So I did this. So I thought, in place of an interleaved, I have Tomoe River paper that I printed, just lined paper, and I used my A5 Tomoe River paper, printed it, and I just had to cut it down just a tiny bit to size to fit in here, so I can just simply tip in with a little bit of my glue stick anytime that I feel like I need more space for journaling. You may not need a blank page for every single page for journaling like the interleaved offers you, but even so, I can tip this in anywhere I want in the Bible. I can tip in a journaling sheet. If I run out of space here, if I want to do some extra journaling or any kind of creative journaling or anything like that. This is my Inheritance and Identity in Christ. This is something that I just typed out. I got it from a Priscilla Shirer book. So I just typed this out and I kind of pop it into a lot of my different journals, binders, Bibles, and so forth. So I will probably tip this in, probably decorate it up a little bit and tip it into the front of the Bible somewhere. It comes with 2 single-sided satin ribbons that go really beautifully with the color of the Bible. I like that they give you 2. Usually you get 1 in a journaling Bible. So I was happy with that. In the back, you simply have the miracles of Jesus listed, parables of Jesus, perspectives from the Bible. So basically, like what to read when, and different things that come up in life that you want to maybe look at specific scriptures for. It's kind of similar to my God's Promises book, where it has, this particular one has like 87 different topics, and it gives you the scriptures that kind of pertain to those topics. It gives you a small list in here for that. And then it goes into some prayers, prayers of the Old Testament, some prayers from the Psalms, prayers from the prophets, prayers of Jesus, prayers of the New Testament, prayers of Paul. And then it goes into promises, God's promises, and it lists out all kinds of different topics again, and the promises from God in the scriptures where you can find them. And then this last page, I just did some pen testing. The Microns, mile liners, twistable crayons, and then my Coletto and some Micron pens. So what I ended up doing, as you can see, a little bit of bleed through here, and it kind of gets less and less. But I'll show you what I ended up deciding on. And then real quick, my tabs, I will link these. They come in a couple different color schemes and so forth. So I will link these. I got them on Amazon. And this is kind of like a, it's in the like, I don't know if they call it coffee tones, or let me see if I still have the little, thing from it. Okay, so this is the package it came in, and each one of these actually comes with a little bookmark. So this is what it looks like, 84 Bible tabs, and it does actually include Catholic books and alignment guide, and this is called the almond theme, where like this one in the silver is called wisdom theme. It's just more of your silvers and grays. And then there's a couple others, but like I said, I'll put the link from Amazon and you can kind of take a peek at what color you might like, or if any of them might work for you. So So this is the Bible, and these are some things that I just picked up after my pen testing and whatnot. So first, let me just grab this. This is a Mr. Pen Post-it note set. Now, normally this would be a little booklet. The Post-it notes would be glued down, yada, yada, yada. Well, when I got my book in, they were all kind of falling apart in here. They weren't still connected. So I just decided to take them out and keep them in my little binder anyway. So I'm just going to get rid of this book and show you. These are all transparent sticky notes. So you have this like brown in that size. You have this like kind of like a lime green or so in this size. You have these 4 in this tab style, and you'll see that they just kind of come apart like that, and they each have their own backing. So we have these 4 colors. You have these little page flags in the same color scheme. Then this one is this shape and size, and again they will all come apart, which I'm going to take these apart here. You have those, and then you have the large size. I love all these, and this would be a great place like to use that in between tipped in page if you want to put these larger Post-its on. A lot of people put Post-its right on their Bible page, which one of my Bibles is massively filled with Post-it notes. And I want to say it might even have been before transparent Post-it notes came out, because I don't think I had any transparent in that Bible. But yeah, so I have these transparent sticky notes, and they do come in a couple different color schemes. I just decided to start with this particular one first. And I also picked up these pens from Mr. Pen, specifically for writing on transparent paper or transparent sticky notes. The pack came with one, and I already had one, so I keep one in this pen bag over here. But then I got these colors also. And then I have my 01 is my choice for my actual journaling in the black Micron Pigma pen. And then I picked these particular colored pencils to go with my color scheme. So these are all the ones I will use to go with this particular color scheme over here that I had showed you guys earlier in the video, like this here. So these are what I will use for that, for coloring in or highlighting text. And then I also chose the multicolor Pigma Micron set of 8, and these will also go with my color coding theme that I have chose for this Bible. I'm just going to take these out and show you all of these colors that will match all of my colored pencils. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be using. These pens, these highlighting pen or journaling pens for the transparent sticky notes. And this is 01 here. So I picked all the 01s for this particular Bible. So I haven't decided if I'm going to start book by book or if I'm going to go by topic. I'm leaning towards starting in Hebrews and doing a book by book. But if anybody's interested in any of that, I probably will be posting some videos on my studies. We'll see what happens with that. Now I am still doing my Courage Bible, which was part of my 2025 faith lineup. I have done, let me just move this aside for a half a second here. I have done quite a few books in my Courage Bible here. And these I've definitely been doing book by book. So this is basically my morning devotion time. So if you notice on this particular Bible, they have a little Bible study at the bottom of each page, and it shows you like what verses that study is covering. So I don't use this, like, this is not like a study Bible for me. This is just a devotional. So every day I will do a chapter in the study Bible. And I just go book by book, and I've been really enjoying it. So this is just part of my devotional time. It's not really part of my like dig deep Bible study. I had a couple things planned this year for Bible study. And I have been doing like really kind of as much as I can for the first quarter, like what time would allow and everything else would allow. The one study that my daughter and I are going to be doing, she's been so busy working 3 jobs, or 2 jobs and preparing to open a business. We haven't got to our book of John yet. So, but that's okay. When she's ready, we'll dedicate the time to that. So I've just been doing this for my devotional. And of course, my other things that I do in the morning time. But I am adding a kind of like, I guess you would say kind of an inductive study in this new NASB Bible. I'm not going to use the symbols and the certain things that they use in the actual new inductive study Bible. I'm going to do kind of like my own color coding and things like that, underlining, maybe boxing in things. But I just found that I thought the inductive study symbols and all the different little things for like 50 different, it was just going to be too much for my brain, I think. So I'm just creating my own. And as I feel comfortable, I could maybe add a few things, whether it be underlining or whatever the case may be as I go through. So yeah, I haven't decided where I'm going to start. I've been kind of working on kind of like an intro study note page, which is all of your, the author, the time, the audience, the theme or whatever of the book, an outline of the book. Like I want to have everything, all of that stuff listed on a piece of paper that will just tip in at the front of each book. So I've just been kind of like, quickly writing down stuff on Hebrews. So when I get this, when I kind of finalize this, I will write it out nicely on a piece of paper, one of these Tamori River paper, and I will tip it into the front of the book of the Bible that I'm going to start with. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be Hebrews, but I'm not 100% positive. So yeah, I'd like to share a little bit of what my studies bring me. So if that's something you're interested in, just keep an eye out for those videos when they come through. I don't have like a set time frame of when I will start publishing any videos or how often they will come through. So just keep an eye if that's something you're interested in. I will link this Bible in the supplies that I purchased that I can from Amazon. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave me a comment below, and I hope you have a blessed weekend. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.